There we go. Hello everyone. Let me just pop the chat out. Jolly good. There we go. I see someone's already addressed the Belgian health minister, eh? Fucking hell. Health minister. I'm sorry, right? If your head weighs 8 stone, I don't think you can be a fucking health minister. At least in a civilized country. There we go. Eh? Fucking health minister. Health minister with an 8 stone head. You can't make it up, can you? Durham lad, how you doing? Always nice to see the natives in. Let me get this bastard screen working how I like it. That's too far down. Yeah, I don't know, who was it who sent me? Was that Brooke? Someone sent me the Belgian health minister. I was pissing myself laughing at the absolute clip of that freak show. Unbelievable. She is an absolute swamp donkey. There's the Independent. Look, I was just trying to read the Independent. We have noticed you are using an ad blocker. Not only do I heartily recommend using an ad blocker whenever you go anywhere near the Independent, but frankly, I'd be doing us all a favour if instead of an ad blocker, I used a fucking oxygen blocker to the entire building, like build a bubble over it, because, well, the oxygen thieves inhabit the Independent. Is she from Total Recall? She wasn't fat, she was just ginger, wasn't she? Anyway, I'm early, or I was early. It's 1 minute past. That means I can get started with the good stuff. Do Romarines get better quality crayons to eat than their American counterparts? We don't eat crayons. We consider ourselves to be intellectual, well-read, learned chaps compared to our American counterparts. They can just lift more iron than us. Do like lifting weights, the American Marines, don't they? They don't read. They spend all their time getting massive. Ayazardo's all right. Pube blocker. I thought when you said pube blocker, I thought an actual pube blocker, like one of those things you put in the plug in your bathtub. A pube blocker. I was like, there's nothing wrong with a pube blocker. You need it in my house because I'm a hairy bastard. If we don't use a pube blocker in my house, the drainage system looks like someone shaved Chewbacca in our bath. Are you okay? All right. Sad wings. Right, let's get started, shall we? I put this Independent screen on with an ad blocker logo because I wanted to show, I wanted to spare your sanity and not leave you looking at the honking collection of creatures that appears on Twitter under the Portland mugshots hashtag. But anyone who's new, because I've got quite a few extra subscribers in the last couple of months, anyone who's new has probably not seen my Release the Mutants video, but I just started doing it for a laugh and it proved quite popular. Maybe because I have a talent for infantile, childlike insults of people, like we're all still at school. But I enjoy it because I don't act my age. So I'm going to do Release the Mutants number 3. They have updated it. They've arrested lots of Antifa types in the last couple of months. And fucking hell, it's comedy gold. Comedy gold. If you ever feel shit about your life, just go on Twitter and type in hashtag Portland mugshots and prepare to feel good about yourself. It's like the equivalent of, you know what we used to do in the 1990s when I was a teenager? If I ever felt down and low and depressed about myself or my attractiveness, I used to watch Robot Wars. Yeah, 10 minutes watching those fucking morbidly obese, pasty, spotty fucking dweebs play with the robots. It was always a pick me up. I'd watch that for 10 minutes and go, you know what? I'm a handsome bastard, me. I'm charming, handsome, and sensitive compared to these shut-ins on Robot Wars. And Portland mugshots makes the fucking Robot Wars crowd look like Lotharios, like legendary Lotharios by comparison. Honestly, Seriously, Ed, the cast of Robot Wars, the contestants on Robot Wars, compared to these lads, I'm telling you, if you put like three of, let's just say the first three people we click on, I guarantee if you put them three, because you had 3-man teams on Robot Wars, didn't you? We'll click on Portland Mugshots, we'll start the fucking ball rolling, and I guarantee the first three people we see, if you put them across the table from a Robot Wars team, you'd be like, fucking hell. It's the 3 mutants looking across at, you know, James Bond. Who else is suave? I don't know. I guess the Brits don't have many to choose from. You know, 3 male models, 3 CK underwear models by comparison, because they are unbelievable. Yeah, they're both from Isle of Dr. Moreau. That's it, honestly. Let's get started, shall we? And I'm gonna... In fact, right, should we do that just for a laugh? If I go onto YouTube now, right, and I type in Robot Wars, let's just see what a typical Robot Wars contestant looks like. Oh no, these are new ones. I can't believe they made new ones. Where's the oldest? Let's get an old Robot Wars. I'm talking like, you know, 1990s or something. Here we are. Let's see a contestant. Philippa Forrester used to do the contestants, didn't she? I had a bit of a thing for Philippa Forrester when I was a teenager. I thought she was quite fit. Does the sound work, by the way?
And yes, I have bought a friend. This is the reason why I'm not going to be here much for this war. This is the most important friend, though. This is Julia. She's going to be looking after you and the Roboteers for the whole of this Robot War.
Philippa Forrester. I had a soft spot for Philippa. Anyway, look at the contestants there. You can see the portly chap in the background. Let's meet a few instead of... There you go, look. Now, I guarantee that fella there, when I click on Twitter and bring up our first Portland mugshot, I guarantee that man there, by comparison to whoever pops up, is like, ladies, you would be all over him. You would rather give that gentleman there a fucking ring derby than even brush past the first Portland mugshot. That's my bet I'm making, right? Ladies, girls watching, you have to choose. Are you going to go down on the Robot Wars guy or brush past the Portland guy in the street, right? Let's see what happens. Girls, are you ready? Ready for action? Here we go. Choice A, nerdy balding man with a Spawn t-shirt on. Choice B, here we go. Portland mugshot. That's a woman. Where's the first man? There we go. Looks like fucking Wurzel Gummidge if he fell down a well. Holy shit. And you know what? I swear down, I bet you if you shaved that thing and give it some moisturiser, it's probably only about 25. Because look, there's not that much, there's only a little whisper of grey in his beard. And fucking, look at the clip of it. See, there you go. Definitely. I'd rather go out with him. Fucking Billy Mitchell. I'd rather go out with Billy Mitchell in his Spawn t-shirt. At least he looks like he has a shower every fucking day. Look at the clip of this fucking thing. I wouldn't go near his cock if I was in a hazmat suit. I'd have to be wearing like the whole thing, yellow suit, bucket over my fucking head. And, you know, one of them litter pickers just to like check underneath his scrotum for leeches. Like, fucking, what Mississippi swamp did he crawl out of? Yeah, mad, aren't they? Looks like an orc from Lord of the Rings. Definitely got knee teeth, or he'd be showing one, wouldn't he? Neither, Kate. Fair enough. Neither. But I'm saying, it definitely, hygiene's important to me, being a bootneck. I don't want to go near a woman who doesn't look like she gets showered twice a day. Yeah? If I need to strap you to the front of my Jeep and drive you through the car wash 2 or 3 times before we go out on a date, that's important to me. So, hey, Ollie, how are you doing? That's important to me. Women should look like they've had a good scrub, and I think the same for a man. So, you know, hygiene, at least Billy Mitchell looks like he has a wash every now and then. Billy Mitchell looks like he's just got out the shower. He might have put his Crusty Spawn t-shirt on, but at least he's had Adobe at some point in the last 12 months. This fucking crusty fucking whatever he is. So there's mutant number 1, right? I think I won that one. Let's go for number 2, shall we? That fucking thing. Even her, right? She doesn't look like she'd be that bad looking. Like, if she needs to have a wash and get rid of that fucking whitehead on her chin. Well, I guess she needs to have a wash would be the bog standard response for every single one of these photos. I'm going to go through 50 and I'm sure the fucker needs a wash is going to be the bog standard response to all of them. I'm going to try and be a little bit more creative. If she had a good fucking scrub, and I mean a good one, like you'd have to probably kneel on her neck and get to fucking work with some Scotch-Brite. Like you're doing a really misbehaving pan. Yeah, you've just like fried 12 steaks in it and left it for overnight. You need to really have a good go at it. But I think if she got a proper good scrub, popped that fucking whitehead, plucked her eyebrows, and got her hair cut, she'd look alright. But even the alright looking one's a mutant. Look at the clip of her hair, like there's shit in it, isn't there? Like, I don't think that's marks on the camera. There's like little fucking crispy bits in her hair, like, I don't know what it is, hair, straw, grass, dried spunk, ganja. There's just shit in her hair, you know? They're just hippie shit. Hair full of hippie shit. So there's another good one. Nice one. I told you, it's comedy gold, this fucking stuff. I don't have to do any work. I could just fucking click the mouse. And the mutants that fill up the screen fill your heart with joy. As long as you're not a fucking lefty, Chaz-dwelling fucking Neanderthal. There's another one. So we've done fucking Stig of the Dump there. Fucking hell. Right, first of all, he looks like he's hit a power line. Like he was having a shower and someone threw a toaster in there with him and it blew his balls off and did his hair for him. Although no, it couldn't have been a shower because he looks fucking filthy. Filthy. Don't they just look filthy? That's not just not having a shower for a couple of weeks, that. That is like stray dogs would cross the fucking street. If he was walking towards a pack of stray beasts, they would cross the fucking street. Stray dogs, a grizzly bear licking its arsehole. He starts walking towards it. It's like, fucking hell. I'm only licking my own arsehole, mate. Jesus, cross the fucking road. Because that's an absolute mutant, that thing there. But they all look rancid. Don't they, rancid? Like, he hasn't just gone a week without having Adobe. He's fucking rancid. Unbelievable. His eyeballs are too close together as well. Have you noticed that? Like, he's definitely got the look of an inbred. Like, his eyes, they definitely shouldn't just be like 13 millimeters between your eyes. They're meant to be at least like, I don't know, a couple of inches. Piltdown man. Looks like a kebab shop owner. I don't know. I'm not trusting of them though, because I swear down there was one in Middlesbrough. He was the fucking double of Osama bin Laden. I swear down. I used to joke about it all the time. He looked the double. He had a skinhead and no beard, but if it was like Osama bin Laden, I thought Osama had knew the SEALs were onto him, so he imacked his whole fucking head, and he went into a kebab shop in Middlesbrough because he looked the double of him. Anyway. Yeah, so kebab shop owners, I'm not au fait with anyway. I don't trust them. But yeah, this guy, howling, honking, eyes are too close together, toaster in the shower, but he was showering in feces. What was he showering in? Raw sewage. Like he stood under one of those outlet pipes at Redcar Beach where all the shit goes and just dumps it into the sea. He stood under that and had a fucking quick scrub. Someone shot the toaster in with him. Just a really creepy, dirty, honking looking fucker, isn't he? He's quite a catch. I don't think the 90-year-old, I don't think my granny would fuck him. And my granny would pull the cock off any, under 50-year-old Yeah. She's not absolutely howling either, just again needs a fucking scrub. Although she's got quite a bad ruddy complexion, I'm assuming because she doesn't wash her face, right? Remember when I was a teenager, they said if you didn't want to have a really bad complexion, you needed to wash regularly. And these fucking spotty, greasy, foul-smelling hippies do never have a wash, do they? Like, it is funny to me, though, how they never wash when that's the stereotype. Like, you know that normal people are going to call you dirty if you're a hippie. Dirty hippie. That's like the first insult. I don't understand why they don't fucking square it away. Like, I really don't. You know, like I always say, oh, man, I was told Redcar Beach is... No, Redcar Beach is fucking... Redcar Beach is one of the few beaches where you have to take care to avoid the hypodermic needles. There's more needles than sand, so you have to either wear very, very thick boots or navigate it with flip-flops and extreme care. But I don't understand the filth, me. Like, you know what I've said before? If I was like an educated black man, the stereotypes that people throw around would annoy me so much that I'd purposely be the exact opposite. You can see it all the time. People like Ben Carson or Thomas Sowell or people like that, they always take care to have very good diction and very good pronunciation and very nice speech, probably because they don't like the sort of ebonics gangster rap type stuff and they think it makes us all look stupid, so I'm going to do the opposite. And if I was an educated, or in fact not even an educated, if I was just a normal working class black man who didn't want to be a stereotype, I would take extreme care to not be a stereotype. I hate stereotypes, again, because I'm not a communist or a collectivist. This is why I'm not prejudiced against any groups, because I don't like being stereotyped. I used to hate it in the military when they say, oh, you're not allowed in this bar because you're a Marine. It's like, just because some fucker that happens to be geographically slightly closer to my bed than yours headbutted a bouncer last night shouldn't mean that I'm not allowed in, right? It's the collectivist ideology that annoys me. So I don't understand why people who don't like being stereotyped don't put real effort in to not being the stereotype. If I was a hippie, I'd be a fucking clean hippie. Like, seriously. It's not hard to have a fucking shower. When I was in Afghanistan, we used to shower twice a day. It's literally get a bottle of cold water, stand on a pallet, dump half of it over your head, soap up and have a good scrub, dump the other half over your head, dry off, you're fucking clean. Like, if I can do it with a bottle of water and a bar of carbolic soap in Afghanistan, you can have a wash living in a first world country. You scruffy, dirty, fucking hippie. Looks like she's been bobbing for apples in the deep fat fryer because she refuses to wash her face. It's such an easy thing. Wash your face and your fanny while you're at it. Give your gash a good scrub while you're at it, love. Cut your fucking hair and get a boyfriend. Not hard. If you want to improve your life, yeah, you don't need to get started on America. Jordan Peterson, what does he say? Clean your room. You don't need to get started on America. You don't need to fix the state. You don't need to fix the county. Have a wash. Cut your fucking hair. Give your piss flaps a fucking good bougie with a wire brush and get a boyfriend. Your life will get better. Your life will get better. You'll have some companionship. You'll have an orgasm occasionally. Not that frequently if you go out with someone like me, but you will squeeze one in every now and then. Do all that stuff. You'll have a good life, love. You'll have a good life. You'll be able to get a job. Yeah, you can go and work in a bank. It might be boring, but you'll pay all the bills, have a bit left over for eating a nice meal on the weekend, and get rogered by your boyfriend that also has a bath. Yeah? Your life will get better. Jordan Peterson, yeah, exactly, Russell. Clean your room and your fucking minge. Jordan Peterson's version doesn't roll off the tongue as easily, does it? Clean your room, wash your fanny, you scruffy cunt. Doesn't roll off the tongue as easily. Imagine, maybe that'll be his next book. Clean your room, scrub your gash. Jordan Peterson. So anyway, really, really basic stuff. Oh, Johnny, that is fucking rank. Can I delete that comment? I think this will be the first one I've ever deleted. Oh no, I can't. that one deserves deletion. That is fucking honking. I've never heard that analogy before and it disgusts me. Right, let's do another one. Seriously though, honest. I'm actually being serious there for a change. Like, I feel bad for these people. She could improve her life so easily. She's normal enough looking. She hasn't got a fucking wonky face or eyes too close together. If she just had a fucking bougie and cut her hair, she could sort her life out. Like, really? Jordan Peterson makes it sound like it's harder than it actually is. It's actually really easy. Like, you do like 3 dead basic things. It's like, have a fucking wash and cut your hair. Buy a fucking nice shirt and go and get a job anywhere. It doesn't even need to be a good job. You just do 40 hours a fucking week somewhere and you'll have money in the bank, pay your bills, get a gym membership, sort your fucking life out. It's so easy. Anyway, poor cunt. So that's that 4 done. He was the best, wasn't he? Captain fucking Caveman. Jesus. There's loads on here. Look, there's some more. Fucking hell. See, this one here, this is what we call, in the medical term, is achiphoria. Because you don't know whether or not he's looking at you or looking for you. Yeah. Achiphoria. Also known as, what do we call them in England? I think that's that's an Americanism, isn't it? Achiphoria. That's the first time I heard that was over here. But fucking hell. Just comedy gold, aren't they? Like a walking stereotype. Like, maybe his eyes were normal and then the SWAT team twatted him on the side of the head with a truncheon and his fucking eye went bosh and just it hasn't come back. Like, he'll have a week off and it'll slowly come back in line. Bong-eyed fucking mutant. So he's quality. Again, needs a good scrub. Is that... Look on his, like, left ear there. Look, I don't know what that is. There's sort of like some filth around his crusty shit around his ears. Just honking. And his wispy little gay beard shit as well. Like, if you can't grow a proper beard, don't grow one. Like, if you look like that, you're better off being clean shaven. Or at least having a little bit of stubble. I know that sounds like I'm showing off because I can grow a beard in 3 days. 3 days and it's like fucking Peter Sutcliffe with me. But don't grow a beard if it's like that shit. Seriously, this wispy fucking stuff there. Where it looks like you can just stick your head out the car window and you've had a shave. If it's that bad, don't grow your beard. I'm just giving you some advice from one man to another. Like, it looks terrible. Wispy pubes on your top lip. Have a shave, mate. Again though, didn't I say that at the start? That could be practical advice for all of them. Have a wash, have a shave, cut your fucking hair. Like, not hard. Cuddly Peter. Nah, that's what I'm saying. He can't... Sutty can grow a beard. He can't now. He's fucking browners. But, just pathetic. Pathetic, wispy little pubes on your face. And a boss eye. Face only a mother could love, yeah. Face like a bulldog licking piss off a nettle. Boss-eyed bastard. Boss-eyed, pube-faced, greasy fucking mutant. We're only 5 in. 5 in, look at the clip of them. Fucking hell. She's got a 5 head, right? One more than 4. 5 head. Another one whose eyes are dangerously close together. I don't know what that's all about. It's really weird. Hang on. Borough losing. Not the end of the world. Doing all right this year, considering. Is that a fella? I don't know. That's a good question. The top suggests a blouse or something, but you are right in that it's quite difficult to tell. Got no eyebrows as well. I wonder if it got blew off by her. You know, maybe she was passing the bong round and a wayward flame took her brows off. I think it's a woman though, just a really, really ugly one. again, needs a fucking haircutting. I mean, what is that? That's like a basin head, isn't it? Like, just put a ball over it and shave round it. Because what the fuck's going on with the fringe? I don't want to sound like I'm like a professional hairdresser or anything. I'm just saying these people. But like I said right in the beginning, right, every single one of them needs a wash, needs an haircut. Definitely. Halfway to Robocop, yes, I definitely was thinking that with her eyebrows. Robocop. And I've explained that before for those who don't know what a Robocop is. It's shaving absolutely everything from about there on your head forwards. So you look like Robocop when he's got his helmet off. She's definitely halfway to a Robocop, isn't she? She just needs to push that fringe, that already attacked with a meat cleaver fringe. Just push it back a few inches. An extra from Napoleon Dynamite. Yep, also good. Yeah, Borough can't score. They can defend really well. Quality defence, shocking going forward. Don't know. They've been that way for 20 years. Ever since fucking Janino left. Anyway, back to the Mutants. So yeah, another one, T-file, fucking dirty, scruffy, have a wash, cut your hair, 5-head, mutant looking fucker. Let's go. This one's displaying what is quite common that I've noticed in recent years, in that everyone looks like they drew their eyebrows on, pissed, whilst wearing boxing gloves. It's a really weird phenomenon, isn't it? But I've seen it loads. Like, you even see young lasses nowadays and the fucking eyebrows. It's like Muhammad Ali drew their eyebrows on, you know, with his fucking boxing gloves. Like, fuck it, that'll do. Really weird. I don't know why that's fashionable. Just leave your eyebrows as they are. Pluck them maybe if a little bit in the middle or on the edges or something. But this thing about drawing them on with a fucking marker pen is it's who decided it looked good? I want to know who the first person was that drew the fucking eyebrows on with a boxing glove and then went, oh yeah, that looks good. Because it doesn't. Any women watching, just leave them. Pluck them a little bit or something. But don't fucking draw them on with a marker pen. Because you look like a twat like this. Carlo Ancelotti drag. Does look a bit like Carlo, doesn't it? Carlo with fucking badly scrawled on eyebrows. Unbelievable. So another one. Looks like she hasn't had a wash in a month. Drew her eyebrows on, pissed. Absolute mutant. She also seems to have a weird sort of, I don't know, like a sort of, like someone hit her over the fucking head with a wooden spoon. Maybe one of the SWAT police was like fighting with a load of others and he dropped his baton and then he thrust a hand out in desperate need of a weapon and there was a giant wooden spoon, like what type of thing they've been using to like, you know, pass the ganja around with. And he was like, oh, clonk, and he just give her a permanent spoon shape on her head. So I don't know what that's all about. Same old thing. Filthy. Have a wash. Cut your hair. Stop drawing your eyebrows on. Fucking hell. Unbelievable. It is unbelievable, isn't it? You'd think I was like making this shit up. They're all stamped with the fucking county sheriff's badge. And they look like mugshots. It's beyond parody, isn't it? The clip of that fucker. That is like, he looks like one of the proper scary inbred ones off like Deliverance or something. Concentration camp chic. Yeah, like seriously. Fucking hell. That is unbelievable. It looks like, right, someone, like you got the Taliban, he was in a patrol, he's in the Polish armed forces, right? He's in Afghanistan. Taliban drives into his truck, blows him to smithereens. His head ends up in about 7 parts. And then instead of like putting any effort in to put his body back together for the fucking burial, you know, they just go, put a blindfold on because it's too disturbing to look and go, and just put his head together as best as you can. Like, that'll do. Because that's what it looks like. Like his fucking head was just Like God had a day off and he let one of his understudies stitch this guy's head together. It's unbelievable, that. They always look like really disgusting, don't they? Like I said, probably from not washing your face for like months. All the scabs around his face and on his head, they're just fucking absolute. The council haircut is the least of his worries. The least of it. This is one of the few people on planet Earth that when you get the council haircut, it probably improves it. Like, if he got the council to cut his hair, it would make him look better. There's lots of the. If you kicked his ears off, he'd look better. That human would look better with no ears. Like, it is just hideous. Yeah, Richard, something. Scabies. He's definitely got something, hasn't he? It's like all sores around his mouth. Fucking leaping. And again, pubic beard. None of them can grow a beard, can they? I don't know if there's any real science behind it, but maybe it is the pure volume of soy. Like, if you're a soy boy, probably don't have as much testosterone, can't grow a beard. Why have they all got the wispy pubic beard? If you can't grow a beard, don't try. Have a shave once a week. And you got a bit of stubble, clean shaven. That's what I do anyway, because the beard annoys me. It gets scratchy. Again, I grow them too easily. But just seeing as this has sort of devolved into giving them constructive criticism, in case they ever watch it, what can I do for this guy? Have a wash, cut your hair, the generic 2. Get some form of skincare product. Fuck knows. Boil your fucking head. Maybe that'd help. Just boil your head for 10 minutes. And if you survive the process, you'll thank me. Seriously, you need to maybe get him into a dentist. He needs to do some oral hygiene. Probably sort all that shit around his mouth. Definitely stop trying to grow a beard. And then maybe get a cosmetic surgeon to pin your fucking lugs back. Because he just looks like a complete fucking mutant. Again, I'm not making this shit up. It's from, what is it, Multnomah County Sheriffs. Absolute fucking freak show. Right, I think that's another 4 done in it. Christ, we've only done 8. I'm already nauseous. I already feel like I'm going to balk. I don't think I'm going to make my way through another 4. There's someone taking the piss, look, for 4 fictional creatures. Oh, God. Look, there's 8 on here. Ugh. How bad is it? How bad is that? I don't think I can handle all fucking 8 at the same time. Unbelievable. I mean, I don't know. The one in the top left there was got some sort of Maori thing going on. Or Darth Maul or something. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's just repulsive, isn't it? It is. It's stomach turning. Apparently, they've all got little watermarks on there, Aaron. I mean, that one maybe the guy who looks like he's trying to channel his inner Joker there. Maybe not. I don't know, but they're just unbelievable. She looks like the one out of that fucking Deadpool film, her. You know, the one centre, bottom row. She looks like that fucking scruffy twat out of Deadpool. Remember the sort of Grebo gothy looking one? Yeah, blue hair, definitely. Keith from the Prodigy, if he went on a crash diet for 6 months. Unbelievable. Number 1, we can number them 1 through 8, right? Starting in the top left. So number 1, we'll just do them quick because I can't do this forever. It's going to kill me. I will do this last slide and then I'll cover a bit of proper news. So let's just generic. This is for the men watching, right? There's only 4 women on there. This is like the hardest game ever of shag, marry, avoid. Remember that when you were a kid? Shag, marry, avoid. I've even give you a spare there, so you've got 4. It's going to make it even easier. Which of the 3? Shag, marry, avoid. Let's think. I reckon. No, you can't just avoid them all. That's cheating. 4 women where I believe 1, 2, 6 and 8 are female technically, but it's 2020. It's 2020, so fucking hell, you can make your own mind up, can't you? Technically, all or none, right? That's 2020. Biology's an irrelevancy, according to the communists. Biology's an irrelevancy. They can all be them. Shag number 2. Ugh. She just looks crispy. Number 2, judging the sores around her head, I think she's got something. Like fucking, you don't want to get shag her and then get scabies or something, do you? I think number 8 is the one who's least likely to have a disease. But I don't know. 8 might be a bloke, yeah. At which point I've lost, haven't I? Definitely dipped out if... Maybe 6 isn't riddled, but she looks like my fucking dad. I don't know. Anyway, worst game ever. Going through them quickly, we've got fucking Darth Maul / Maori that needs a wash there. We've got number 2 is clearly on drugs and definitely appears to have scabies or some sort of flesh-eating virus chewing her face off. Number 3 is just a fucking repulsive, balding, grown man with mascara on, and again an awful complexion. Have a fucking wash, you scruffy bastard. Number 4, I have no idea what's going on there. No fucking idea. I don't even know what that is on his head. It just seems wholly impractical. Number 5 is probably the weirdest looking out of them all in a absolute Champions League list of them. But I reckon number 5 is probably the worst. Just total fucking mess from start to finish. Bit of daft fucking metal fired through its eyeball. 6 is like some sort of shrieking Grebo hell beast with a skinhead. Never looks good on a girl. Seriously, number 7 looks like I said, Keith Flint if he had bulimia. Crossed with the Joker, crossed with some registered sex offender. And number 8 is, is that a man or is it a woman? I don't even fucking know. Yeah, number 1, definitely. Set her head on fire and put it out with a pitchfork. Honking collection of creatures. I think I'm going to have to knock the mugshots on the head there, lads. I can't. It is just fucking... Look at that one. At least the police gave that one in the top right a good scene to when he got arrested. But, you know, he looks like he had no teeth before he got fucking arrested. Number 1's definitely off her tits, isn't she? Again, quite common with these people. Number 3 is just... looks like she's got a partially deflated head. Like, if your head's full of hair, it looks like they just let, like, 2/3 of it out with her, and the fucking whole head just went... She's just got a partially deflated fucking skull. Yeah, number 3, fucking partially deflated head. It's quality. And the last one, yeah, just soggy biscuit face. Yeah, if you drew a face on a rich tea, and then dipped it for too long and held it up, that's what number 3 looks like. Just like it's a fucking head's melted. She flew too close to the sun, like Icarus. She flew too close to the sun. It's Icarus. If Icarus put on a few pounds and had a drug problem, then he flew too close to the sun. Anyway, I'm not doing them anymore. The fucking comedy gold. But like I said, just check the hashtag out on Twitter. It's just a sea of freaks. It's absolutely quality. What time is it? 20 to 1. I can't believe I spent 40 minutes taking the piss out of people. It's not very adult of me, is it? All it is for the link, the agenda, is Portland mugshots. If you just go on Twitter there, type in hashtag Portland mugshots in the top. I think I'll probably send you a link with a query on. There you go. All you do is type in Portland mugshots in the box at the top of the screen, and you just get endless hilarity. Oh, YouTube's cancelled away, and that's shocking, that. honestly, you know, Gandhi said, like, first they laugh, then they fight, and then basically you win. If they think censorship is going to work when we've got dozens of historical events to look at, they're having a laugh, aren't they? Like, I don't understand. Everyone, it's so cliched to even say those that don't know the history are doomed to repeat it. It's cliche to say it, but it always happens. Nothing is new. Everything going on around us has already happened. Everything always. Brooke, it is a sort of pro-Republican news network, but with a big following. Didn't have only a couple of 100,000 subs. They had a fucking big following. It's an American and a news network that's pro-Trump, basically. They don't understand that it doesn't work. Like, in every historical precedent that's shown us this, it doesn't work. The more you censor people, the problem with it is, right, human beings are ridiculously stubborn. It's why you get something like the Northern Ireland situation, whereby it was started hundreds of years ago. Literally fucking hundreds of years ago. A plantation of Ulster was in, 1609? Started in 1607, 1609, typically given as the date for it. But it started earlier. Mercenaries went over there fucking 100 years earlier. Queen Elizabeth had fucking people going over there. It started hundreds and hundreds of years ago, but humans are stubborn creatures, and if we view something as being an affront, an outrage, people get so angry about it, they will never let it go. They will never let it go. So the whole idea with Plantation of Ulster was that if you just send a load of fucking Protestants over from England and Scotland, and they can take the land and the fucking place, they can settle amongst the people, and all the people who live there will slowly, gradually become Protestants, and they'll all be pro-Britain, and they'll be pro the Union and all that shit. And it literally started hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Oh yeah, I'll change the screen, sorry. And it doesn't work, because humans, we hate so easily. It sounds almost cynical to say it, but that's the problem, isn't it? Humans are just an evolved monkey. We're apes. By definition, we're apes. And hate comes so easily to us. So much more easily than love. We hate so easily. And if you really feel affronted and slighted, as if there's been a travesty of justice, the whole reason Martin Luther King was winning was because all of the white people started siding with him, because they started going, you know what? This is bang out of order, this. Like, treating people, individuals, like scum, basing them off a giant collective, is wrong. So the white people started siding with them, and that's why the civil rights movement worked. Because it was an injustice. And when you do an act of injustice, humans will never let you forget it. It can go 500 fucking years, they will still hate you. Because we breed it into our children. Our children's children's children will fucking hate you, is basically what humans do. Because we're stubborn, bad-tempered fucking monkeys. That's what we are. And these people still think censoring and massively, massively stitching people up is going to work. When has it ever worked? Did it work in the Weimar Republic? Does it work in China? It never works. When you totally fuck people, it never works. The truth will get out there. And Silicon Valley honestly do think they're going to win, don't they? They just lie, obfuscate, lie by omission, cheat, ban, censor, and they think it's going to work. It isn't. History has shown it so. It's like, seriously, if I was to get banned tomorrow because YouTube, even though I'm a milquetoast, boring, centrist wanker, but if YouTube banned me tomorrow and say, oh, this guy says he doesn't agree that Trump's not vermin, therefore let's ban him, would that make me and everyone watching this video go, yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm definitely on side with Joe Biden now. Definitely. No, it wouldn't. It'd make us angry. It would make us angrier than we are now, wouldn't it? I'd be more angry at Silicon Valley than I am today if you ban me. Tomorrow I'll be even worse a mood, won't I? And everyone watching this video will be. And that basically is a good analogy for what I'm talking about. Human nature. We're stubborn as fuck and we're angry and bad-tempered. And if you stitch people up, like Silicon Valley has been, lie, cheat, backstab, steal, obfuscate, it doesn't work. It makes people angry. Yes, the arrogance is discussed in Carolina. It's because they have what they perceive to be all the power. They've got so much money and so much influence, they think they can do whatever they want, and it won't work. It won't work. I mean, look at the election. You guys know I always try and bolster the arguments of the people I'm working against. I never ever give them the best case scenario from my point of view. I always give it the worst case scenario. So I always give them every benefit of the doubt. Cheers, Scott. Thanks for watching. Even if I forget all of the controversy, all of the blatant examples of cheating, all of the lawsuits going on, even if I forget all of that and we just say Biden won fair and square, even if that's true, that proves my point, because they had every advantage. They had Facebook, Twitter, Google, BBC, Channel 4, Sky News, CNN, MSNBC, everything. They had it totally stitched up. The only thing Trump had was literally fucking hell, one segment, because he didn't even have all of Fox News, did he? He had Tucker Carlson. Like, it was literally a sea of propaganda and misinformation. And he had one guy on his side. And even if you forget all about the controversies, even then, Trump still got fucking 78 million votes or whatever it is. He still got a massive amount of the votes. So that proves my point. They think they have a power that they don't. They think they have a power that they definitely do not have. If Silicon Valley was as powerful as they think they are, yes, Sweetums, I know, I think he did. What I'm saying is I'm giving them every argument they can have. I'm always going for a point of weakness rather than a point of strength. I'm giving them all that. I'm not even talking about it. Even if they didn't cheat, but they obviously did. Even if there was no cheating and it was totally legitimate, still Trump got 78 million votes. There was no blue wave. The Senate was fucking totally, they didn't see it coming. There was like 27 seats that were a toss-up and he won all 27. It's like total bullshit. So doesn't that prove my point? Like, they were seriously running a propaganda campaign for 4 years. All of Silicon Valley, Google, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everything. Everything. Same with Brexit, exactly right. They don't understand the people. The people always win. That almost makes me sound like a communist, but this is what I'm saying. We don't let it go. We're stubborn. And when you see injustice, it makes you like a dog with a bone. And that's injustice. Cheating, lying, banning, censoring. It doesn't wash. And you can see it doesn't wash because ask yourselves, how many in my chat currently speaking? How many people aren't Republicans at heart? It's all well and good that every time I argue with a lefty, they call you a liar and they just stick their fingers in their ears because they don't want to hear the truth. But that's the truth. Like, those of you who've been watching me for over a year and people on Quora who followed me for fucking years, I'm not a right-winger. I'm not a conservative. Don't like anything. There's nothing about the Republicans. I'm not a Republican. I never have been a Republican. They've made me one. I'm still a registered Democrat. But you see the injustice and the lies and the cheating and the censorship, and human nature is to respond to it. So even though I don't have anything in common with the Republicans, because I always saw them as being like the nutty religious zealots, and I'm like always being agnostic atheist type, pro-abortion, euthanasia, there's loads of things I've never ever thought of myself as a Republican. But after the last 4 years, you have to defend the Republicans. You have to stand up for Trump because they are the fucking beleaguered minority. The left have gone fucking crazy. And when I tell them all of this, they just think you're lying. They just say, nah, you're a liar. You've always been a Republican. You fucking give Ted Cruz a hand job in 2016. I fucking hated Ted Cruz. I hated Ted Cruz ever since I moved here and watched him talking. I was like, typical oily lawyer, self-interested cunt. Don't like anything about him. 4 years later, 5, 6 years later, actually I've been here a while, you're like, you know what? If you're going to make me pick, I pick him. If you're going to make Trump, there's so much wrong with Trump. But if you're going to make me pick, I'll pick him. This is what I'm talking about. And I've got no one to convince here because I'm not arguing with anyone. I'm talking to my own subscribers who subscribe of their own free will. You guys who followed me know the crack. I'm not right-wing. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a Republican. I'm not religious. I'm not any of these things. But you have to side with the beleaguered minority who are being fucked. And that's them now. That's them. So they can tell themselves whatever they want. They can go, nah, you're just a liar. You're just a liar. You've always been a Republican. Whatever. But that's why you got 78 million fucking votes. Because probably about 28 million of them were people who've never ever conceived themselves as having an interest in voting Republican or supporting Trump. And the last 4 or 5 years has just made them go, you know what? Fuck it. If you're going to make me pick between a bunch of people I don't like and don't agree with, or full-blown fascist fucking lefty arseholes who are so convinced by their ideology they will commit the most horrific atrocities, it's not fucking hard to pick a side, is it? It's not hard to pick a side. You don't even have to like Trump. In fact, you don't even have to remotely like him. You can dislike him. You can actively dislike Trump. But if you've got any integrity and you know right from wrong, and you can see which side's got all the power and which side's scary because they've got all the power and they're convinced that wielding it in an authoritarian and illiberal way is not just acceptable, but morally a good thing, which is what they're convinced about. This is why I'm convinced they cheated in the election. Because I think you've got people there that have got such a bad case of galloping Trump derangement syndrome. They don't think it's immoral to cheat. Like, they seriously think Donald Trump is evil because they're all ideological. And they think it's moral to cheat because he's so bad. That's why they're scary. Remember my favourite quote, what I've told you guys fucking loads of times, by C.S. Lewis, about the robber barons. You know, it's better to be under the thumb of a robber baron than a moral busybody, because a moral busybody will torment you forever, convinced that they're doing the right thing. That's why the left are scary now. AOC, Rashida Tlaib, they're scary. They're fucking scary. Because if a fascist right wing, if Trump was as right wing as he says he was, as they say he is, and he wanted to like totally lock everybody out of the country and fuck a load of people, you would still think at some point he might feel guilty about it. But AOC would seriously put 20 million people in a gulag, and you know for a fact she wouldn't feel bad about it. She's not pricked by her own conscience. That's why YouTube and Google and Facebook and Twitter are terrifying. They're terrifying. They are. I'm a bootneck. I don't scare easy, but they are terrifying. Not because I'm scared of them physically, or I'm scared of them committing an act of violence. It's because they definitely don't think they'd be doing anything wrong. Someone like Pinochet, he must have knew it was wrong to throw people out of helicopters. But the fucking commies definitely think it would be morally justifiable. Seriously, that's what they remind me of. The ones that have got galloping Trump derangement syndrome. And they're going like the shit you see on CNN now. They're mental. They'll just sit there in front of a camera and happily tell you, like, you're fucking evil, Yeah, they're totally unhinged. They're like, they're fucking evil. We need to do this. We need to do that. And they're convinced that they're doing the right thing. They're convinced they're moral. And like I said, that's the problem to me as a centrist who's never leaned Republican and doesn't believe in so many of their the mainstay of their platform, because I'm not religious and I'm a libertarian. I think people should be free to do whatever they want. Gay marriage, you name it. I believe in the sanctity of the individual. I don't agree with them on so many things, but I have to side with them now, because the enemy of your enemy is your friend. And the other side of that aisle is scary. Scary. Self-righteous, convinced that anything is moral to achieve their aims. Cheating, locking people up. Look at all of the fucking lawsuits they've done. They don't mind locking people up. I'm telling you, if AOC was in charge, I'm convinced they would have us in the gulag. 10, 20, 30 million people, they would go, you know what, it's regrettable, but, you know, in order to be inclusive, we just have to stick 30 million people in a fucking salt mine. Like, you know that she would. You know for a fact she would. Because she thinks it's moral. That's the difference between Augusto fucking Pinochet and the likes of fucking AOC. Pinochet at least knows it's immoral to throw people out of helicopters. AOC would go, it's regrettable, but in order to be inclusive, you know, all the buzzwords they're like, inclusivity, gulag. That's why the commies are scarier than the right-wing fuckers. Eleanor, the only one you give a thumbs up before I even watch it. That's confident. Confident considering I've just spent 40 minutes taking the piss out of ugly people. It's hardly highbrow content, but I appreciate the sentiment. Cheers. Oh yeah, I did want to watch this one. I haven't watched it. I just like the headline, so we'll watch it together and see if it is a threat. Because it's linked to what I've just been saying. It's a Michigan state representative records a threat. Let's have a look.
So this is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. We ain't playing with you. Enough of the shenanigans. Enough is enough. And for those of you who are soldiers, you know how to do it. Do it right. Be in order. Make them pay. I love y'all. Bye-bye.
See, there you go. Has that not just proved the point, right? If you were to pick the most aggressive right-wing, let's think of it, who's the most right-wing political person in the UK, like? Probably like Nick Griffin, maybe? Leader of the BNP. I don't know who is the leader now, maybe he isn't. But they're our, like, far right. They get like 0.1% of the fucking vote. He would never, ever, he was on Question Time. He would never, ever go on television and say anything like that. So, I like to think that that video there, which I hadn't watched, I just set it aside. But I think that's a good time to end, isn't it? Because that eloquently, in 57 seconds or whatever the fuck it was, proves the point of my 15-minute monologue perfectly. Like, nobody would ever say anything like that on the right. All these people who I don't like, fucking Ted Cruz, people that are right of me, they at least temper the language because they know that you can't come out with that stuff. That shit there is... That's actually far worse than I thought it was going to be. I thought Dinesh D'Souza, because I don't particularly like fucking Dinesh D'Souza. He's another one. He's a self-trimming bastard who uses politics to enrich himself. As far as I know, I don't believe he's sincere in half of his political opinions. I just think he's playing to the crowd to make himself some money. But that is worse than I thought it was going to be. That is like fucking... There's the link if you want to watch it yourselves. That was just full-on incitement of violence. I thought he was, trying to build up a headline there so people would watch it. That was incitement of violence. That was several threats and then telling the soldiers, get ready to fucking kill people. What have I missed? Yeah, that video I've just linked. Watch it. Yeah, grifter. He's self-interested. They're all self-trimming the bastards. These sort of like well-known talking heads. But yeah, that was fucking shocking. So check that video out. It's genuinely disturbing, that. Oh yeah, I'll do QPR quickly before I fuck off. So yeah, we can draw a line under what I was talking about. That video, seriously, just proves me right. If you're a centrist, centre-left, centre-right, doesn't matter. Centre-left even. Centre-left, if you're centre-left, you should be supporting those that are now being silenced, threatened, fucked by Silicon Valley, silenced by the media, jailed for no reason, locked up, arrested, because that's just fucking criminal stuff, that. And this is the world we live in. Centre left, seriously, you should be voting. You should hold your nose and fucking vote Republican at this point, because the alternative's terrifying. Terrifying. Scary fuckers like this crazy bitch. Can I leave a link in my own Rumble? I don't even know how that works. Can you do that? Can you do like community shout-outs on Rumble? Don't know. Fuck knows. Anyway, I don't want to waste any more time. There's the link again if you want to watch it. You missed it. But yeah, that's really fucked up. Scary bitch. Last thing before I fuck off. Oh yeah, there's two. I saved that one. I was going to do that. Seattle social worker stabbed to death as city defunds police. Yeah, we didn't see that one coming, did we? Do I need to say any more? You can get the gist from the headline. They've been going on about defunding the police. Oh no, just get social workers to do it all. Yeah, get a fat woman to deal with a lunatic with a fucking machete. Tell me how you think that's going to go. So, more stories that a fucking blind man could have seen 10 miles away, obviously. And QPR was just one I wanted to discuss because we're talking about what I've just said there about that woman telling people to commit acts of violence. This here should have resulted in bannings, criminal charges, because, again, one side is allowed to incite violence. One side is allowed to be violent, i.e. BLM, throwing bricks at the police horses. One side's allowed to be violent, incite violence, encourage violence, and one side isn't. And they ban people from making fucking political statements. They ban people from... You're not allowed to incite a crowd. There's numerous laws being brought there. The Millwall fans exercise their freedom of speech, which doesn't exist for one side, yeah? Because now you're not allowed... It's not they can take a knee and you can boo. It's they can take a knee and you are not allowed to boo. If you boo, we'll throw you out, we'll ban you. You're not allowed in. So there's no freedom of speech for one side, i.e. the right. And you're allowed to insult them, and you're allowed to intimidate them, and you're allowed to incite violence. Because seriously, political gestures are supposed to be banned, and they fucking ran over to the Millwall crowd, and they all jumped down on their knees after they just scored past them and said, "Come on then, you cunts, what are you going to do about it?" It's just more proof of what I'm talking about. So yeah, I'm going to fuck off. I'll call this now. I'll update the links and put all of these links in there. So if you can read over the ones I haven't had time to do, i.e. social workers stabbed to death, funny old thing, didn't see that coming. QPR players taking the piss and inciting a fucking riot. And a terrifying congresswoman basically telling everyone to fucking go and murder people in the streets. Thanks for watching. I'm Offski. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Share the video and do me a favour. And I'll see you all very soon. See you later.